Welcome to the live lounge here at PF International. We're here for the Kartmasters British Kart Grand Prix. My name's Chris McCarthy, your host. We have a special guest with us now, really one of only two drivers in Kartmasters history to win two GP plates on the same day. Very excited to be joined by Noah Wolfe. Ben Barnicoat was the first person to do it in 2019 in the senior classes. The only driver ever to do it in a junior category is Noah Wolfe, who won both cadet classes last year. Noah, thank you very much for joining us. Very busy schedule for you today, so thank you very much for joining us because you're racing two classes again this weekend.
Yeah, I'm racing Junior X30 and Minimax.
Well, tell us a little bit about how that is because those are two very different classes.
Yeah, well, in the Minimax you have Mojo tyres, which is not very grippy, you can't really push. Where in the Junior X30 you have Comets, where it takes a bit to warm up, but when they're warm you can really push them hard.
Tell us how you, if you have a back-to-back race, which I think you just had not long ago, how do you change do you have to change your driving style completely? And tell us how hard is that to do?
I've got used to it over the years where you just need to, it's basically practice. And the main key is when you're switching karts, you always just got to remember the difference in your head, and then you go and you tell yourself the difference, and you always need to bring it back a little bit on the first laps. And yeah.
Good stuff. All right, well, we're going for a theme here of My Road to Victory. We want to talk about how you won the GP plates, of course, in your case. Coming into Kartmasters last year, you decided to take on both classes. Was the goal to go out and win both?
The goal was to have fun and see what would happen. We didn't think we'd win both, we just thought we'd have a good go.
Yeah. And coming into the weekend, how had things been going? Had you been racing both classes throughout the year already, or is it a new challenge for you?
I only did one race where they were both on the same day, which was at Larkle British, and I managed to get some practice in there from going one kart to another.
And tell us, coming into the weekend, going through practice and things like that, did you start to feel a bit confident that you could fight at the front in both classes?
Not really, because I was sort of in the back in the Hondas, in the mid-pack, and I kept getting the front, but I kept getting silly penalties that I keep making mistakes. So in the Hondas, probably not, where in the Miami I was third and always at the front, and I thought I'd have a good go there.
Oh, well, let's focus on Miami first, and we'll come to Honda a bit later. So Miami Cadet, talk us a little bit through the weekend. How did it go throughout the heats up until the final?
We were really well. We performed really well in the Miami. We were top 3 in every heat, I think. And then for the pre-final, it was a good battle. George ended up getting second and Lewis third, and I'm third. So for the final, I started third, and in the Miami, I just sort of controlled the final. I led most of it. Some laps I might have fallen back, but most of it I was just controlling the final, which was nice.
You say you were controlling the race a little bit there. How hard is that to do when there's three of you mentioned all fighting for the lead?
You just got to be wary, and once you got gap, you just got to push and make sure you make it as hard as you can for them to catch up.
And tell us about the last lap. How was that in Miami?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Everyone on the grandstand was cheering, and it was unbelievable.
Crossing the line must have felt good.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
And let's go to Honda then. Talk us a little bit about Honda. Where did you start in the final?
8th, I think.
And how did the race go through Honda?
I was top 5, and then 2 karts I got sandwiched in the middle of hairpin 1, and I went up in the air, dropped back down to like 12th, but I had my teammate behind me, so we worked really hard to get back up into 4th and 5th. But the 3 leaders in the lead, they had a crash, like they sandwiched another guy and they lost loads of time. So I've caught them, and then on to the penultimate lap, they've all gone to the inside and none to right, and I've just cut both of them back into the garage section, and me and my teammate got a gap, but he had a nose cone, so from that point on I knew I won. I only realised it like coming out of the first hairpin, and then I was just like, and we had a gap, so I thought, this has just gone really well for me. I've got a bit of luck on my side today, and it just filled me with confidence for the IAME.
Tell us how it was winning that and the celebrations around the podium, having won both classes.
Well, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was so young, I didn't really know how big it was. I never really thought it was that big, but as I've grown up, I've realised how big it really is.
Perfect. Right, we're going to end the interview now with our question of the day. Right, you're up for this, so we're going to ask, if you could go back in time and race at any Kartmasters in any class, which would it be and why?
Probably seniors last year. It was a good scrap.
Yeah, senior Rotax or senior X30?
X30.
Senior X30, 2021. That's a good answer, I'll take that. Well, no, best of luck this weekend. Will we get 2 back-to-backs, I wonder? Let's see. Ben Barnacle did say in our podcast, by the way, doesn't want you to catch him. So you can't win too many. But yes, but congratulations for last year and good luck for this year.
Thank you.
Noah Wolfe there, joining us in the live match.